got the camera on.
Alright. Welcome back, ladies and germs, after 4 drinks and dinner and alive. I'm finally here to let you guys know how to finish off this wonderful cake that I started making. So what I did was I took a cup of heavy whipping cream, stuck it in a microwave safe container, heated it for 2 minutes, which gets it just about boiling. And then what you do is you take an entire pack of 12-ounce chocolate chips, semi-sweet, whatever kind. If you like white chocolate, why would you want this on this luscious cake? I don't know, but anyway. So, and now it's been sitting for 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to whisk this chocolate and this heavy whipping cream that has been heated for 2 minutes all together until it makes a
we didn't have the lighting on.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna turn this on.
Shining ganache.
On the back of the bowl.
And you know you've got it all to the right temperature when it shines. That glow on it.
Look, Mom. Hey, pause this for a second. Right here. It's on the back of the bowl.
I am on the back of the bowl.
It's a little rocker switch.
Show me what I'm not looking at here.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh.
So now that we got the lighting right.
Sorry.
That's okay. So I have whisked 1 cup of heavy whipping cream that was heated 2 minutes in the microwave with an entire 12-ounce package of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Whisked it together, let it sit for 5 minutes. Look at that.
Sexy.
All right, and now the coup de grace. We're gonna pour on top. We're gonna not get this chocolate. And if Kara wants to zoom in while we pour, that would be magnificent. Are you ready?
Hold on. No. Alright, we're ready.
Alright, we're gonna pour. I just like to go all the way around. It's not very thick, but it will run just a little bit.
It's beautiful.
It's a work of serendipity right there.
Oh, is that not that's the most serendipitous cake I've ever made. There we go. And it's so shiny. And it covers every inch, and you can wait till it gets all the way cool, but I like to keep it a little bit warm just because just a little bit of that chocolate will soak in and make it even more that word that I hate, which I will say now, and it is moist.
Moist. Moist.
So
Moist.
we have dessert, so you guys come and get it.
Yay!
Bon appetit.
Yeah.
Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turn me on. Something, something, something so fantastic. Sorry, police or Sting. I can't remember if that's the police or Sting by himself. I think it's the police.
I don't know.
I think it is the police. Because Scrantonicity, you know, they did, well, you didn't watch all of The Office, but they did Phyllis's Wedding. And they were called Scrantonicity, and they only played the police songs.
Oh, okay. Was this like when Will Ferrell was on the show?
No, this is like season 3.
I think I watched season 3.
Pam and Roy had broken up, and Jim was with Karen.
Yeah, I saw that. I stopped watching when did I stop watching? I don't even remember. I feel like it was when he was about to leave.
When Michael was about to leave.
Yeah.
Now, there's a few episodes with Idris Elba in it.
Mm-hmm.
And years ago when I was like watching him through on Netflix, I'd like walk out of the room because I hated his character so much. I really like Idris Elba, but I hated his character. He was such an asshole.
Yeah, I never saw. I mean, I knew he was on there, but I don't think I ever saw those episodes.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so you probably have just been watching the last segment of our Hiptrek cooking video. It was a 5-parter because we're all long-winded, and yeah.
Yeah, and we had several dishes. 'cause
Yeah,
there
four
was-
people cooking.
Yeah, and Joe made 2 different things. Molly made one thing, which was 2 vegetables together, so that took a little longer. And yours was quite long because you had quite a few steps, and then I made the cake.
Yeah. And, looking back, I probably should have edited it out, like gone and trimmed off the end of where you made the ganache and put it at the first video with the cake, and then put the ending of mine with mine, but I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I really wanted it to I really wanted to show everyone the flow of the day.
Yeah.
And you really do see, like, the kitchen going from daylight to dark. And we did a live that
And from
night.
sober to drunk.
Yeah. And then back
Immediately.
to, and then back to sobering up a little bit before everybody went home. We had really strong coffee at the end of the night.
Yes. Well, straight up espresso. Just straight up espresso in a coffee pot. Drinking it like it's coffee. But for Kara and I, that's just the norm. That's how because we love Turkish coffee, and that is so much more potent than the espresso.
Yes.
I mean, 2 tiny little cups of Turkish coffee, and you are buzzing all day long.
Yeah, it's hard to go to sleep at night sometimes.
Oh, well. Yeah, that has happened to me once.
The other night we went to Bahama Breeze after we went bowling. And I had 2 glasses of Dr. Pepper at dinner, and I was awake till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
But see, like, that kind of caffeine, like sodas and regular coffee, that doesn't do that to me. The only thing that I found that does that to me is Earl Grey. Strong Earl Grey tea made up like regular iced tea. And then that Turkish coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely understand why Picard drank the Earl Grey and Janeway had the coffee.
Grey hot.
Janeway had her coffee.
Yep.
Somebody had put, you remember the Voyager episode Endgame? Where, I guess Janeway sees the older version of herself. So they're walking through the ready room, and it's the older white-haired version, and she's like walking to the window to look out. And Janeway, the younger version of Janeway, is going over to pick up the coffee pot and pour herself a cup of coffee. And the older Janeway is like, oh no, I don't drink that. I switched to tea years ago. And the younger Janeway is like, whatever. Pour my coffee.
What is wrong with you? What happened? Oh, excuse me. What happened to me? What is wrong with me?
But it was funny because the eye roll, it was just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Switched to tea years ago.
So if you're wondering about the noise, we've met up on our lunch break to film this. Oh look, there's the fireman.
We're at a Kroger, and I swear to God, and I don't work for Kroger, but my job, I'm in Kroger at least twice a week, and these firemen, they come in by the droves, like,
and they just sit in the parking lot and just gather around the fire truck and talk.
Yeah, and then they gather around inside 2 fire trucks worth of firemen. And I'm gonna say it's their lunch break, obviously, but they stand around inside and talk to the employees. I'm all the time, excuse me, can you get the F out of the way, please?
I mean, I just feel like that if you're a fireman and you're on lunch, why don't you just take a smaller vehicle to lunch? Why you gotta take the whole big fire engine to lunch?
I don't know, maybe they have a reason. I know they have to wash it like maybe once a week or more. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It could be a prestige thing.
I don't know. And I know nothing about firefighters, so yeah.
But for some reason, I thought the other day, did you ever read that book, Fahrenheit 451? I can't remember if it was a George Orwell book. It may have been.
I don't think I've read that one yet.
But basically, the gist of it is they burn all the books.
Oh, yeah. I think I've read excerpts from that book. I haven't read the entire book.
And an Animal House, that was weird. I need to, because I thought about it, and I couldn't remember if it was in Miss Paula's class that we read it, because we read a lot of good books in her English class. But I need to text her and find out. But it just hit me the other day, and this guy has pulled up in this huge truck.
And he's just watching us.
And his lights, and thank God it's daytime, but his lights are in our face.
He has his headlights on.
And he's staring at us. He's not in a parking spot. He's nose to nose with us. Should we blow him a kiss?
No, I'm not.
Probably not. We don't need to give him false hope.
I know. And we're not those kind of people on camera.
No.
We're not those kind of camera girls.
So, like Kara said about the cooking video, it is set up as far as if you watch them, and they are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and then tomorrow part 5, and then
This one. It's this one.
this one,
This one right here.
So if you've gotten this far, first of all, congratulations. Thank you. And while you're thinking about it, go ahead and tilt the phone the other way and just hit like and then switch it back the other way and we'll be full screen again. It's not that hard. It's really not. It's easier than you think. You won't get calluses from hitting the like button. Same with the subscribe. So after you hit like, the subscribe is just a little over to your right. You can hit that, and then step 3, you hit the little bell next to it. And when it has the little ringy dingies, that means that you will be notified every time that we post a video.
Mm-hmm. And it's all depending on where you come from. That's if you're in the YouTube app. If you've clicked on the video coming from Facebook or Instagram, it might be in a little different spot. But you kind of know what we're talking about here, right?
Yeah, guys. Oh, he's walking away.
He got tired of looking at us.
He did. But let's don't be...
Look, his lights are still flashing.
Mm-hmm. Let's don't be lazy millennials and Generation Z and Generation Y before us. Let's don't do that. Let's take the time to support each other, because I have really tried to be mindful of YouTubers and even people on Facebook and Instagram. If I see something and it makes me smile, or I'm like, oh, I love those guys, even if it's not canon on for their page, you know.
Oh,
He pointed over there, so I looked. Oh, okay.
I was on Instagram yesterday, and Supermax, Mr. Ferengi, had posted something. And he had posed a question to his followers, and I never did get a chance to go write something on it, so I guess I can answer it here. We're using my phone to record right now. Can you pull it up on yours?
Mm-hmm.
It was something he posted yesterday, and the question was basically, what are your thoughts on everybody basically being able to have their own reality show on the internet?
It's interesting.
And then he said, do we really have the time to sit around and watch other people live their lives?
Very interesting as well.
I know. Very thought-provoking. She's looking it up.
Do 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 do.
That focus thing is annoying me.
Which one? Which post was it?
Here, let me just see for a second. Here it is. So what do you think about everybody having their own reality TV show nowadays via social media? Do we have the time to observe others' lives every day?
What are the comments on there?
Not at all, LOL. There's stuff going on in real life way more interesting than the same selfies with dog filters. It's very true.
We have Snapchats, but we are not
I'm not a everyday. Every time I see like you or Molly or Amy put something in the group Snapchat, I hardly ever open it because Snapchat annoys me so much, and I think it's just a generational thing.
Yeah.
And then somebody put a link. I don't know what that was, but anyway, it was just a thought-provoking question. And I feel like there are people that I watch online, but I'm not going to their page every day. Like if I see something or a photo they post or a short video while I'm scrolling, then yes, I'll like it, comment it, or watch it, all that good stuff. But then there are other certain people, like on YouTube, where like maybe on the weekend, like when I first get up, or like after everybody's gone to bed and it's my time, then I might sit on YouTube and catch up with all of my favorite YouTube people.
Yeah.
So it's not it's not an everyday thing.
It's not a need that you have.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And I already set my social media scrolling, certain times. It's not, I try not to have it just be a mindless thing I'm doing.
Yeah, because then there's nothing productive coming from that, because you're just constantly scrolling.
Yeah, and it is so easy to get caught up and wrapped up in the lives of other people via social media, because 9 times out of 10 people put the very best version of themselves out there for people to see.
We don't do that.
I mean, we do to an extent,
Well,
but then...
to an extent, but we are not ashamed of who we are. Usually the things we say.
Right.
You know, but I think that is true. People do. And, you know, I'm not going to say anything negative about this particular YouTuber, but just like the Shaytards,
Right.
you know, it got to a point, and even both of them, Colette and Shay, even made videos and said, you know, it was kind of a facade,
Yeah.
you know, and then now they stopped uploading videos for a year, and now they're uploading them when they feel like uploading them.
Yeah.
You know, the last...
Or when it fits into the flow of their lives.
Yeah, like the last video they uploaded was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna say they obviously got swept up in just that whole thing, you know. I mean, because it's almost, it's addicting, you know, just like anything can be, getting those likes, those views, you know, and the support and all that stuff. And it can get away from you if you're not conscious in your efforts to, like you say, take certain times on social media, you know, and actually taking time for yourself as well, not just mindlessly scrolling, because there again, nothing productive is coming out of it. And even if you sit there for 5 minutes in silence, or just with, you know, some sort of music that is soothing, you know, that's productive.
Yep.
It is productive. And
Or
if you
a
wanna,
book. Have a book nearby.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. Whenever I find myself mindlessly scrolling and I've seen like the same post, refresh. Oh, I've already seen this stuff on this timeline. Okay, well, this time to put the timeline down and pick up a book. That's what I've been telling myself.
Yeah, you know, I'm wondering if there will soon be in a medical book somewhere the term FOMO, and it being something that people are treated for the fear
Wait.
of missing out.
FOMO. Okay, that's what my next question was like. What does FOMO mean?
Don't feel stupid, because I had to look it up 2 weeks ago when somebody, Miss Paulo, actually
Really?
said something. I was like, FOMO.
So you just didn't make that up?
No, I didn't make that up.
Okay.
No, I mean, ever since I heard her, or she sent me a message with that term in there, and I was like, well, I don't want to feel stupid. I'm going to Google this. So I just Googled it, all caps, FOMO, and first thing that came up, fear of missing out.
Well, Miss Paulo spends a lot of time with the younger generation, so
She does, she's a teacher, so
she's
she does
in on the
spend a
hip
lot.
lingo.
Yeah, a lot more than we are. And which really ages us, like the Snapchat thing.
Right.
Like, we don't even, like, it doesn't occur to me. And a lot of times, and I know us doing this Hiptrek thing, we really need to be present on social media, but
Right.
there are some days, like this past weekend, I went all weekend without scrolling through Facebook, looking at Facebook.
Yeah.
I get notifications for a few people when they post a picture or something like that, and then I'll go look at it, like it, you know, whatever. But I just can't.
What I've been finding is that I've definitely pulled away from personal social media and focusing more just on Hiptrek.
Yeah.
So if I am going to spend time scrolling, more often than not, it's going to be on Hiptrek stuff.
Yeah, because
And then you run into people you know, and they're like trying to tell you something. Oh, you didn't see that on Facebook? No, I didn't see it. Sorry.
and you know, one thing that annoys me, and this annoys her as well, is that through the Facebook Messenger, okay, when you sign on or you get that little bubble, you know, it tells everybody
That you're active.
Okay, that means my phone, sorry, I almost cussed again. My phone is on. Period. It's on. It's on, and I'm connected to the internet. Does not mean I'm actively scrolling Facebook. I'm actively waiting for a message, waiting with bated breath for you to message me. No.
We're also hangry right now, so
Little bit.
we're devolving.
A little bit. But
Spiraling,
back
not
to the
devolving.
video. Check all of them out, and really look for the progression, especially me, because I'm the one that you can tell is sober when I'm making, because I'm in part 1, sober, and then you can just see the
It's like if it was a line chart, it would go like here and then just go like off the charts.
Yeah.
And then swoop back down.
Well, those Long Islands were just so good. They didn't taste like alcohol. It was just like, ooh.
Ooh, it's like candy.
I had to limit myself. I had 3, and I said, oh my God, y'all. I said, okay, I cannot have one for another hour. And they held me to it because I kept trying to be like, oh, come on, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
So,
Nope. When she asks us to limit her, we limit her. But yeah, just let us know in the comments if you like this format, if you would like to see us get together and cook again. We had a lot of fun doing it. It was exhausting, but now that I'm on this side of it, it's lots of great memories.
It is.
I wouldn't mind doing it again.
It is, yeah. And do, like she said, do let us know if you like the format, if you feel like it would be easier to follow a different way. Because this is the first type of video that we've put out there. And Kara does all of our editing because she's wonderful. And also has the computer that can do it.
Right.
So
my editing life has gotten so much easier since I got the Mac. Oh my gosh, I love it.
yeah, I'm hoping that Rent-A-Center has a Mac when I get to when I get to Mount Airy, so that I can edit my own videos, because we will be doing lives that'll be together, like we've been trying to, Instagram Live on Tuesdays,
Facebook Live on Thursdays.
Yeah, and then you guys will be seeing lots of North Carolina. And if I decide... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
I was just thinking, and I really haven't talked to Kara about this, so she may cut it out. But I was thinking about, because there's so much beautiful countryside there in the mountainside. And if you guys are interested, I was thinking about creating another channel along, with Hiptrek.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see the beauty that is there, because guys, it's amazing.
It's beautiful here too.
It is beautiful here too, but I can drive less than 5 miles and be at a waterfall. 2 actually. So there's some really exciting things. I know we keep telling you this, that there's some exciting things coming, but it's been rough. Has everybody else's 2018 been a little bumpy?
It's been a little wonky.
It has for us, and but we're surviving it.
I keep interrupting. I keep thinking you're done.
That's okay.
No, another thing, once she moves, we're going to start doing our separate things. We're still going to be both working on the writing of it behind the scenes together, but most of the filming will be done completely separate. But I'm excited to take our first trip out there. I think the first time I come out, I'm going to bring Molly and Joe with me, so we can go do shenanigans in North Carolina instead of Tennessee like we normally are.
9 hours. It's a 9-hour drive.
So far. Why, Dee? Why?
Because it's the land that I love.
Okay.
Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We hope that you've enjoyed these cooking videos and this random whatever we just did right here. And we'll see you guys later.
Yes. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, even if it's a thumbs down. Do something. Let us know you were there. If you don't like it, tell us why. If you don't like it and then not tell us why, we can't change anything.
But just because you tell us you don't like something doesn't mean we're going to change it.
Well,
I'm
not
just saying that.
necessarily.
I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, we'd like feedback. Because we know how great we are, but we don't know how not great we are. Does that make sense?
I think she's asking for constructive criticism.
There we go.
Bye.
Bye, ladies and gentlemen and aliens of all species.